Bodybuilding prep is basically asking a very simple question. What if we recreated a semi-starvation model from the 1940s, but added spray tan and a registration fee? At the start it is you saying, we're getting shredded for fun, and your endocrine system replying, we are clearly dying, you delusional maniac. It's professional sports-enhanced Hunger Games, the Minecraft survival mode with cheats allowed. And except instead of accidentally starving because you forgot to cook pork chops, you do it on purpose for 28 weeks and then pay a federation to judge your quads under fluorescent lighting. At the beginning everything is charming. You build your little house, you mine some iron, you cook food, you lift weights. You think, with some extra caffeine this is actually pretty manageable. And then one day you look up and realize your hunger bar is empty, your health stopped regenerating, there are skeletons outside and your coach just said, nice, now we push. That is contest prep in a nutshell. Dieting is when you lose a few kilos so your suit fits better. Contest prep is when you keep digging below the part of body fat where you hit on obsidian and your brain no longer believes the village is safe. This makes bodybuilding the only sport where the win condition is looking like you survived a plane crash on a lonely island. But fortunately the airplane carried gym equipment as cargo, so your whole day revolves around doing 10x10 bench press and cooking chicken in a stone oven. The basic strategy sounds simple. Reduce calories, reduce stress, keep protein high, increase caffeine intake, still lift hard, and make weekly pictures to assess whether your glutes have striations. Very elegant, very evidence-based, very reasonable, until you remember that the body does not know you are trying to win novice classic physique in Denmark by spending months in a slow-motion cutscene. All while trying to convince your creeping little body that yes, this is actually a good idea, and yes, we are doing this on purpose. Your body meanwhile is not fully on board with the vision. It thinks winter has arrived, crops have failed, and Steve has made several poor gameplay decisions. So it adapts, hunger goes up, food focus goes up, sleep can get worse, and some hormones drop or rise depending on which side of the nether portal you are living. T3 may drop, testosterone may drop, or rise. Leptin, the hormone that says we're fine, keep going, generally drops, while ghrelin, the please eat the fridge hormone, usually rises. The semi-good news, a lot of these changes are transient if you allow recovery to actually happen instead of immediately starting another mini-cut for summer. Now eventually your internal villages are no longer trading efficiently because the entire economy is just 3 pieces of burnt carbon, a rice cake, and 400 milligrams of caffeine. Ironically, in bodybuilding this is part of the route, which is why prep creates a very strange psychology. Yes, very strange. Where obvious warning signs are often treated as badges of honor. You're tired? Good. You're hungry? Good. You can't stop thinking about chicken? Excellent, my dear son. Your libido has vanished like a wandering trader after giving you the worst deal you've ever seen? We're getting close. Unfortunately, you cannot get stage lean while living like a well-adjusted adult with normal social behavior and a functioning relationship with his environment. The problem is when athletes start confusing necessary suffering with unlimited suffering. Hunger management is not about refusing to eat until you die next to a crafting table. It's about rationing resources, surviving the night, and making sure you still have enough health to fight the next wave. Now, surprisingly, you do not instantly lose all your muscle the moment you see a vein in your lower abs. But instantly is covering a lot of ground here. Because at some point your body stops treating your quads like high-performance tissue and starts looking at them like your cubic dog looks at the cooked pork chop in your hand. Especially when you push toward a level of leanness where everything looks impressive on a gym poster and objectively terrible as a lifestyle. Now, so far we've established that contest prep is basically controlled starvation with a time cap. You need enough of a deficit to lose fat, but not so much that you burn through muscle, health, and your ability to be a person other humans recognize as a human. You need activity, but not so much that your entire day becomes walking in circles like an NPC whose pathfinding broke. You need precision, but not the kind where 5 grams of cucumber becomes a moral decision. And most importantly, you need an exit plan, because the show's not the end of the game, it is the nether portal. You step through, the lighting changes, everyone congratulates you, you eat one burger, and suddenly you realize the real boss fight is post-show. Because after months of restriction, your body ain't saying, "Great job, champion, let us now return to maintenance with emotional maturity." It is saying, "We have survived famine. Locate all food within render distance." That is why post-show hunger, rapid weight gain, and weird identity problems are so common. You spent months being rewarded for getting smaller, leaner, and more controlled. Then suddenly the healthy move is to gain body fat, which is psychologically very funny in the same way falling into lava with diamonds is funny, technically a learning experience, emotionally a crime. So contest prep can be an adventure, it can be rewarding, and it can even be evidence-based, but it is still an extreme phase. You are not just mining diamonds, you are mining diamonds while starving, being shot by skeletons, and pretending the creeper behind you is just mental toughness. Which is why for most normal people, the correct move is usually to stop the cut before your body starts acting like you've joined a Victorian famine reenactment society and the entire server catches fire. And if you do choose to prep, understand that your hormones will lose some health points, hunger will become your story companion for the rest of the game, and your brain will act like it's running on 15 frames per second instead of the 60 that you are used to. Basically, getting reasonably lean is the normal mode, which is fun and overall a very good idea. Pushing to true stage condition is the hard mode, which is usually no fun, but will likely make you a better player long term. Trying to live there is the ultra hard mode without saves, which is unnecessary suffering for no extra loot.